Your tail.
I ain't got no tail, girl.
Yes, you do.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, I'm Muka, and what took you so long to click on one of my videos? But anyway, today we are finally taking a look at the save file that has taken me years to work on. Right now, we are in Willow Creek. That's the only world that is complete. Everything else is not done, like far from it. When I had originally started working on the save file, this was like maybe in like 2018, 2019, whenever the glitch, there was like a glitch that happened where the animals were just like not showing up in a new save file. Whenever that happened, that's where this save file started, okay? But I actively started working on it like maybe about like a year or two ago. I'm pretty kind of almost satisfied with how everything is. I still have to go in and tweak some things. I don't want to show like everything, but there are a few things that I do want to kind of like point out, because otherwise if I show everything, like this video gonna be long as hell and we don't got time for that. But anyway, so I wanted to start off with the movers and shakers, but before I do that, I do want to say, like, I'm being very strategic about how I am working on this save file. So like, for example, with Willow Creek, you might not be able to see it, but so basically with Willow Creek, every single build besides like these, I guess you could say, are named after plants. So either like a flower or some type of succulent, or even like, you know, just like a basic bush or something like that, right? So like, for example, with the Goth family, they have the spider lily manor, you know, and then almost I went so deep into creating what do you call it, like descriptions. Like even the houses have descriptions. Like for example, right, like so we can read off this description. It says, many admire the beauty of the landscape until they notice the dark, creepy manner it surrounds. Some are not sure how a property can be so beautiful yet so dreary, especially when they see gravestones hidden within. I kind of like that. I still want to work on that a little bit, but like for example with this house I was very fond of when I wrote the description for. For decades, this land has been known as stolen property. Sims all over have claimed this land is theirs when the house was built out of nowhere and nobody lived in it for years. Fights caused separation within the community until people forgot why they were fighting. And yet, still to this day, nobody knows who the true owner of this house is. Now, the reason for that description, right, is because of the fact that this house I got off of a gallery years ago, and for some reason, I can't find the original owner. So so that's why I created that, because I remember when I had found it, the whole account was gone, and then there was another point when I thought I found it, but they were like, you stole this account from somebody else. But then when I clicked on that profile, it's the whole thing. But anyway, we're not worrying about that. We're going to move on. I think the best place, like I said, is going to start with movers and shakers, so then that way you could kind of see what I did, because I don't use the tool mod. I don't know how to use it. I do want to use it one day, but I tried my best to kind of blend all of the builds in together. So I'm trying to like get like a way for you to be able to see what this is looking like. So I could do like a little slow pan and y'all could see, you know, what's going on. So I pretty much kind of left, as you can see, I left the library, I left the gym, and I left the nightclub all the same. My only thing was the museum. I didn't really want it. I'm still not too happy with this placement of where this pool is, but for now, it's just, I made it work. Like, you know, I blended it in so well into, oh shit. I blended it in so into like the world. So for now it's going to stay there. It's kind of like a placeholder until I decide I don't want it there no more. So we could start off at the bottom. You know what I could have done? I could have gotten like a sim and we could have came here and y'all could see what it looked like, but we'll do that next time. So as y'all can see, I wanted it to keep it a little bit of the same way, but I did little fixes. Like for some reason this area over here was like basically saying that it was outside, and I had to do a bunch of tweaks and to try to make it work and things like that. So it's very basic, typical stuff. I do, when I do builds, I do build like with everything that I have. I try to limit myself a little bit. Sometimes you just gotta use what you got, you know what I mean? And that's what I was doing. And again, if y'all hear the clicking, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's my mouse. I still haven't fixed it. But I think I fixed my mic. At least I fixed that. But yeah, so I kind of, I went in, I changed things a little bit. I might add a little bit more stuff because this was one of the first builds that I had worked on in the save file before I moved on. Yeah, I wanted it to be different. So like, for example, we have like the little massage area over here, so you could come here and get a little massage. This area here is empty because I didn't really care about that. But my one thing that I do enjoy that I did, it's a little like awkward up here, but it works for what it needs to. And this is supposed to be like the yoga studio, right? So you have like the places where you can meditate, and then you also have like the yoga room. And yeah, like it almost kind of reminds me of like a dance room, like a dance studio in a way. But yeah, this is the yoga studio. It looks pretty good, if I do say so myself. I did wanted to add stuff on the walls. Oh no, I did. What the hell? Why can't I see it? Oh. But yeah, that's basically what we got for that. I think the next thing that we're going to check out, I will probably show you guys the pool. Okay, so you guys might recognize this build maybe if y'all watched my very, very old Let's Play called Show Unfiltered. You might have seen this where somebody got like ran over into somebody got ran over in front of the thing. But I did a pretty big upgrade to this. I had to move some things around to make it fit and flow a little better. So I had to change like the entrance, because originally the entrance was here and over here because it was on a different lot entirely. But I ended up changing and moving things around, and now the entrance is here and also basically like, on the side as well. So you could come in from either here, or you can, if you're walking from back over here, you can walk over here as well, or go out and walk into the back and look at the lake and whatnot. So this did get, like I said, it did get a pretty big upgrade. One of my big things I wanted to do was add like just a bunch of colors that don't make sense. Cause like from what I remember, when I went to so I used to live in New York, then I moved to Florida, and then I moved to Canada, and then I moved back. It's the whole thing. Ain't gonna talk about it. But every single place that I have noticed when it came to like the pools and stuff like that, especially like with indoor pools or indoor water parks, there's always like a bunch of colors, or like one of the main colors is blue and whatnot. So I just wanted it to be like super all over the place. And then I also did come in and I fixed up a little bit in this area here, and then also with this bathroom, adding like the stuff for infants, because that was like after we got the infant update. So I had to come in and I try to rework it a little bit, make it work a little better. I also added like little toddler pools and stuff like that, kind of like make it like little kiddie pools, and then we have a big pool. Originally, this area was like an indoor pool, but I did like the idea of it being like a little splash pad, so I hope it doesn't look too bad. Like I'm not the greatest builder. I try my best. I try my best. I left some things that I originally had, and I just kind of worked things around. I also named this the Gnome Pool, and then I also add and splash, because now it's a splash pad and a pool. But yeah, so you could come in here, go to the cafe, eat a little bit. We got a bunch of bathrooms where you can shower and use the bathroom and change and all that. So yeah, we got that going. Hold on, yeah, there we go. So now y'all can actually like really see, but y'all could kind of see a little bit. It still is a little awkward, but I tried my best to make it blend in a little as best as I could, especially over here. I worked a lot with this build. Like you could see, like I added like some little like display thing of a trolley, and then I added these things in as well. Same thing with over here, I believe too. Like I added those just to kind of make it blend in a little bit more. I tried. But yeah, I named it the Gnome Pool. So we have the gnomes, obviously, and then we have this other gnome here where you can take a picture if you want to. But yeah, so I was gonna put more gnomes like around here, but it basically makes no sense, but it doesn't matter. But yeah, so that's what this build is like. I think now what I'm going to do, oh yeah, I forgot I did this little area over here with the rest of the gnomes. Yeah, I did all that too. So I think the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to start showing off some of the families in their houses and things like that. So let me figure out who I want to start off with. So I think what I'm going to do is we'll basically kind of do like this big gigantic circle. So right now we're going to take a look at the BFF household, and I did maybe tweak them a little bit. So I'll read off their description and then we'll go in and we'll check them out. And so since high school, these three have been the best of friends. Athletic, Summer has been longing to be a professional figure skater. Tech savvy Travis has been working on starting his own startup tech company. And plant enthusiast Liberty wants to find more plants from outer space. Well, these three remain friends even though they are working towards their careers. So here I had tweaked them a little bit. I tried not to, with this save file, I tried not to switch their faces like too much and like play around and stuff like that, like mess with their face structures and stuff, because I still want them to look like their authentic selves, but I wanted to obviously give them a slight makeover. So like for Travis, I did switch him up a little bit, made him a little more, how do you say, like a little more laid back. I think technically some of this stuff is still slightly the same stuff that he had previously, but I wanted it to look a little bit more, not like drabby, but just kind of like he just doesn't really care about what he wears, you know? And I believe I kept all of his traits the same. So he is self-assured, he's a geek, and he's also outgoing. And I believe he is, oh yeah, he's straight. So he's straight. I haven't been able to work on his romantic boundaries with any of them since we just got love struck. And yeah, so, and then if you guys want to take a look, these are all, oh, I guess I did do something. I don't remember doing this. I must have did this a long time ago. I don't remember doing all that. So if y'all want to take, if y'all want to pause and look, yeah, there you go. I'll do it like 3, 2, 1. All right, moving on. Anyway, so now we have Liberty, and Liberty, I originally I did darken her skin tone just a little bit because I wanted her to kind of represent her My Sims thing, but I didn't want to do too much, so I just kind of gave her like a slight little tan, made her a little darker, you know, and I kind of gave her a new outfit. I was struggling a little bit with her outfit. For now it's fine, but I might go back and I might switch some things up. Like for example, like with this, I feel like it doesn't embody what she is, you know, so I'm gonna have to go back and kind of rework some things because I'm not too happy with how I have Liberty. Yeah, like for example, like this makes a little bit more sense, kind of like I could see this being like how, like with her makeup, right? Like Summer is the one who gave her some makeup, even though Liberty is not really the type to really be wearing makeup and all that stuff and things, you know. But I wanted her to look a little bit more laid back. So originally with Liberty, and then this is all of her traits and turn on and turns off and whatnot. I originally took her out of the astronaut career and I put her into the one of the plant careers, like the gardening career, but I was like, I don't really like that. So I put her back into the astronaut career and I basically made her still kind of be obsessed with plants by, and she is also straight, but she is exploring romantically. So, you know, if the right woman comes up to her and be like, hey, and she takes it, you know? Anyway, but yeah, so with her plant enthusiast self, with her going to outer space and like going to Sixum and stuff like that, she's more interested in the plants rather than like the people, you know what I mean? She's more interested in what the plants are and stuff. And then we have Summer. So Summer, I did tweak her face a little bit. I think the only thing I really did was change her eyes. I lowered her eyes down a little bit. I believe also with Travis, I got rid of that orange, not orange, but that yellow cheese hair, as people call it. Yeah, that hair. Yeah, I changed it. I did also darken her eyebrows. I changed her eyebrows and her outfit. So with her, I thought, because of the fact that I'd never really like did this before, I thought it would be a good idea for her to be like a figure skater, because it's still kind of, to me, that's athletic. That's an athletic career to me. And I feel like she would be obsessed with figure skating, you know, and she works towards it. So she does also have her figure skating outfit for whenever she's ready to perform. And I made sure that the outfit, so like when you know, if you don't know, like if you're a dancer or like if you're going to perform on stage or something like that, usually the makeup is very kind of, I guess you could say, gaudy looking or very, very bright and intense, because once the lights flash down, it kind of washes you out. So this helps with that washed outness. And so I kind of like try to portray that. I'm not like a full-on dancer. I haven't danced in a long time, so I don't really remember all of it, but that's basically what I know. But yeah, so that's what I did for her. And then these are the rest of her outfits. Now with the three of them, they are still like best friends, you know, like I said before, these are all of her turn-ons, turns-offs, and things like that. She is a lesbian, and she's not looking for anybody romantically or whatever. And she cannot have kids. So let me explain this. So with this save file, there's a particular way of how I do to see who will wear glasses, who will be deaf, and then also who can produce kids and who cannot produce kids. And it's kind of like flipping a coin, but not really. I do it by numbers. It's kind of difficult to explain, but I did figure out that there's a coin flip type thing, so sometimes I do work with that. But so with Summer, she is not able to basically have children at all. That's just, you know, that's just how it works. And then these are all of her romantic boundaries. So like I was saying, with Summer, Liberty, and Travis, they're all living in like tiny houses. I know I saw a Simmer do this before. I just can't remember which one. I wish I can remember, but there was multiple Simmers where they basically were like, they had them all living in like tiny houses, like they all got tiny houses and things like that. And I was like, oh my God, I love that idea. So my idea was that with this lot, this was previously owned by an elderly woman who basically kind of, I have a description for this lot as well, but basically she used to live in this house and then she died, but basically her kids are trying to, like, I guess, rent it out. So they still have it rented out because they're, oh, we can still get money, you know what I mean? So, and sorry if it's a little dark, it is springtime here, so it's a little off. But yeah, so this was her house. This was the lady's house, and she, for years, right, so she bought this big property of land, and a bunch of people tried to buy her land, and she refused. And what she would do, she placed her little, you know, her little tiny home here, and she allowed for, you know, for years, right, allowed other people to come and place like their tiny homes here to live. And, you know, she usually mostly allowed young adults, like for example with, you know, Liberty, Summer, and Travis, for them to all come here, place their little tiny homes. You know, if they need to build up money or whatever, and they're working like their little 9-to-5 job at like particular places or whatever, they come here, and then once they're ready to move out, they can either take the house with them or they can leave it. So for example, Travis bought a trailer home, because so they all had they had the idea like, oh my God, like this is the perfect place. I feel like what I was planning was Summer was the one who knew her, or it was Liberty. It was one of them. I can't remember. One of them knew the woman that lived here, and they were like, you know what? Let's all get our own tiny houses. That way we still have our own spaces, but we can still have our, you know, we could still all be together. Because again, they're childhood friends, you know? And so this is obviously Summer's house. I feel like Summer has a little bit more money compared to the rest of the other people, like, you know, everybody else that lives here. So like for example, Liberty, she basically took over this house. Like this house was already here, somebody left it, and Travis ended up finding a trailer because he is not as well off compared to everybody else. So I guess, okay, I'm trying to figure out how to do it. Hopefully I'm not making y'all motion sick. So we can take a look through her house. You know what, I'm not about to do that. I was going to like go through it like first person, but so this is, let me see if I can turn the lights on. Is the lights on? Okay, so this is the elderly woman's house. So if I ever decide like to come back and play with them, obviously I can turn this into a rental property, and I can, you know, find some way to rent it out. But for now, I just left it the way that it is because I already have, like, you know, I have apartments here, and then in another area I do have more rental properties as well. So for now, I'm like, you know, I don't want all the rental properties to basically be in one world. So I kind of changed it, but this is her house. You know, it's still very old. She never really upgraded anything. She kind of left everything the same. So you can tell that the you know, like the lights never really got updated or anything like that. And kind of basically they left a little bit of stuff every now and then here. Like they left whatever the children's mother left and stuff. And you could tell that she did like gardening and having her garden around. And this is Travis' house. I was really hoping that I embodied like the rundown mobile home. I really hope that I did. I'm not too sure. I try, you know, the one thing that I always notice is like they have like the browns, you know, the linoleum floors, you know, things are a little, they're not upgraded, you know what I mean? The old shower and whatnot, you know, things like that. And this is his room with the, I guess it's like the green carpet, you know, it's got the green carpet or the blue carpet or whatever, very old, very outdated. But you know, he made it his home, you know, he made it his home. That's what he calls his little trailer home. And you know, he got like the little stuff around and his bike and whatnot and things and area for them to sit at, and then like a little fireplace that I have going on here. Now this is Liberty's area. And with Liberty, she does have a lot of plants. I did kind of cheat a little bit to give her quite a bit of plants and stuff. And I believe she also does have some, yeah, she has some things in her inventory that I'm going to keep. I originally wasn't going to, but I feel like with these, like for example, like with the cloud plant and the unidentified fruit, I was like, you know, she could just have those. Like she finally was able to go to Sixum, and those were some of the things that she found. Now this is hers. Now it's slightly better, but not better. It's small, you know, some things could still use a little bit of an upgrade. Things are mixed matched, you know. Same thing with her room. She tried to make her room as comfortable as possible. You know, she got her little crystals that she found, and she's still trying to find more. She has her Miriam Mars balls. I know I said that wrong, but whatever. You know, she's an ally. You know, she got like different little knickknacks and whatnot. And then obviously, you know, like the unupdated bathroom and stuff. Now moving on to with Summer. Summer's obviously has a much bigger area. She has her area basically practicing her quote unquote cheerleading, because she used to be a cheerleader, but again, figure skater, all the other things. And then also with yoga, with her flexibility. And she also has a bike. I believe Liberty has a bike too. Oh yeah, she does. Yeah, she has a bike. Yeah, so this is Summer's place. I want her to have, I still need to add like the like her lifestyles and things like that. And one of her lifestyles I want her to have is being like obsessed with coffee. I forgot what it was called, but it was like one where they're obsessed with coffee and stuff. So I wanted to add that in. Again, nicer stuff, but not as nice. But like, I feel like her dad was the one that was like, Summer, if you're going to live in this rundown little neighborhood, I mean, like, it's not run down, it's decent, but you could tell that it's older houses are here. And they're like, if you want to live in this rundown little neighborhood, at least live in luxury. So her father was the one who had this specially built for her and stuff. And yeah, even though she does have daddy's help with her money, she still is a little humble, kind of, you know. She sometimes forget her humbleness every once in a while, but yeah. And then this is upstairs. This is the loft area where she has her room. She plays the guitar, you know. She's very, I try to get into that like very, I guess, like bohemian athletic type girl. And then she also has this little area where she can, you know, climb up to, and they can sit up here, and she can like look out at other people's houses. But it's whatever, you know. It's just something that I wanted to add in, and I think it looks really cool. So this is their house. I believe what I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you guys this house, because I did redo the Daisy Hovel, and I put a lot of detail into this house. And then we're going to probably after maybe take a look at maybe one of the apartments in here, and then I'll explain a little bit more. Okay, so now with Daisy Hovel, I did give a, you can tell, a very detailed thing go on here. I also forgot to mention that each area does have a particular trait. So whether if it's good traits or bad traits, all the lots here in like this area. I forgot what it's called, but I'm gonna just go call it area. In this like this little neighborhood, they all have the gremlins trait. So, you know, if y'all don't know what the gremlins trait is, this is what it is. You know, things break all the time, and it's a lot. So even though like the houses look nice, but on the inside, shit's gonna break. And this one does have great soil as well. I gave that trait because you could see as all of these plants that are around it, they're still thriving and whatnot. Yeah, so this is what I did. I did use like a lot of debug items as well. I wanted it to blend in very, like, I hope it blends in kind of. You know, I wanted it to match a little bit without trying to, again, I haven't used the tool mod and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm not really much of a builder, but I tried my best. And then on the inside, I did like kind of give it a makeover, make it a little older. I did give it two bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. I kind of wish it was just 1 bathroom, but it's, you know, it's whatever. It's an old house. Things can change. And then this is like their little gallery kitchen and whatnot. So yeah, it's very basic. And another one of the things as well. So let's go back to the top. So yeah, this is what it looks like and stuff. I put a lot of detail into this house. So with this, I wanted to make sure that there were also empty houses, empty apartments. So that way, like if I wanted to add if I wanted to like start over with a fresh new sim or something like that, I can do that, you know? And well, while we're waiting for this to load, we're gonna go to the Virginia Bend apartment. I don't think that's is that what I named it? Oh yeah, Virginia. Okay, so we're not gonna take a look at her with Adaku. We're not gonna take a look at her because I did do a video on her. We're going to take a look at Nabil and his family. And again, I haven't added a bunch of things, and like I haven't gone into much detail like with their friends and things like that just yet. So I'm still working on it, still work in progress. But I can tell you a little bit about Nabil. He's one of the last people that I have worked on. A year after his wife's disappearance, Nabil still struggles as a single father. Though he never stopped hoping for her return, he unexpectedly found comfort in the arms of someone new. This has further distanced him from Maverick, as he believes his father has given up on his mother coming back. Despite their strained relationship, Nabil is determined to hold the family together, clinging to the memory of his long-lost wife and the promises he made. That's their story. So we have Nabil, Maverick, and Levi. And with them, basically, you know, they live in this little apartment. They have a very comfortable life, and then just one day out of nowhere, his wife just disappears. Doesn't know what happened. Nobody knows, you know. And he's been waiting for her return, but then he ended up finding comfort in the arms of another man. You know, it just, things happen. It's unexpected, and Maverick is very basically pissed off because it's like, you just trying to break up our family. You don't know anything, Dad. Like, why can't you just wait for mom to return? Why do you have to find somebody new? You know, things like that. And then, you know, Levi, he's still just, why is he all the way over here? What's going on? Can you please come pick up your baby? Bring your baby inside. What's going on here? Get your child. But anyway, so this is one of their apartments. They have one of the upper floor apartment. I think this one is still slightly smaller than this one. This one is empty. Adaku, she lives in this one. She lives in the what's it called? And this is her cat, Pepper, and she's just roaming around. And then this is another like empty apartment for somebody to be able to move in. So you can kind of see a little bit of what this looks like. Again, I apologize for it being so dark because it is 7:04 p.m. But yeah, so this is what I did. I added like a bunch of shrubbery and things like that. Priscilla is the one who owns this house. We'll take a look at her as well. And yeah, so she owns this apartment. She kind of like bought this land and put up this thing. That's why it doesn't really necessarily match with the rest of this house. But you know, she is very, I would say like she's very like corporate businesswoman, and she's looking more to be able to make money any way that she can, whether if it looks nice or not. Oh yeah, and this is like the downstairs where like, you know, the maintenance area is, just very basic, very plain. So you could either have the option of entering the apartments from here or either from back here. I originally was going to have the apartments that are for upstairs. Oh my god, I just realized I never changed this. That's embarrassing. Anyway, I wanted it to have the mailboxes to be over here for the ones that are going upstairs, but I ended up just putting them here. I think it works better in a way, you know, just works a little nicer. And then we also have like this little like seating area, you know, and I believe there's supposed to be stuff here. I don't know what happened. I guess I didn't finish it or it just disappeared. I don't know. But there was supposed to be stuff there on that wall. I don't know where it went. But yeah, this is just like a little area for everybody to hang out. And then, you know, the outside and stuff like that. We have some things here and stuff. And yeah, so that's basically it with them. Oh, let me turn on the lights. Hold on, so you guys can kind of see. So they're not necessarily really upgraded. I believe this apartment is a little more upgraded. No, it's about the same. It's about the same. Yeah, but as you can see, like, I kind of placed down a little bit of things so you could kind of get an idea of where things could go. Because sometimes some people might need that visual, just like with me. Sometimes I might need that visual. Just like with the apartment down here, this one also, you know, I placed a bed and whatnot just to kind of make it as basic as possible. But yeah, that's what that looks like. And then I guess, oh no, I can't show you because she lives there. But yeah, so that's basically it with them. They still don't really have, I haven't really done like the relationships just yet. There will obviously be another part where I'll probably explain more into their relationships and whatnot. But I do need to fix them. You know, I'm not trying to be like the Sims 4 when it first started where I just left everything the same. But you know, yeah. So I believe Nabil though, I haven't given him, yeah, nobody has careers. Everything is still like I said, a work in progress and stuff. But with Nabil, he is a generous music lover who is very family oriented. You know, his family is very, very, very important to him. He's interested in men and women. He is romantic exploring. He does get triggered by basically non-physical woohoo, all that stuff. You know, those are some of his things and stuff. And then with Maverick, he is creative. And yeah, I haven't made like his friends or anything. And then Levi, he is a sunny little happy baby. And yeah, that's them. So we're gonna move on. So the next place that we're gonna take a look at is this house. I've been trying to get this rechained. It's supposed to be the Hoya Hearts apartments, townhomes, and it's just I haven't been able to fix it. I don't know why. But we're gonna take a look at this house because this was a house where I worked on, what do you call it? I worked on their house. Like, I started the build, and then the rest of the footage that was supposed to be for decorating was gone. It's gone. I don't know where it is. I might have accidentally deleted it. But yeah, so this is Hannah Jones. Y'all know her video was a little, you know, few videos back, but this is Hannah Jones and this is what their house looks like. Very decorated, obviously. I was trying to go for the New Orleans feel. Now, I don't live in New Orleans, but I did so much research to try to make sure that I got like the older aesthetic and stuff like that. So I hope that I did do a fairly good job in trying to replicate it and stuff and try to keep, like, they got like their little what's it called there, their bookshelf. They got like the spare bedroom, not in the spare bedroom, half bath. Oh my god. So yeah, that's that. This is them. I basically am trying to make it seem as if like they just kind of recently moved in to this house after the fire that has happened. They basically lost everything in the fire. Hannah's cousins, Cody and Kirsten, both lost their parents, and originally they were going to go into like foster care, but then her husband Aiden was like, you know what, they can live with us. So this is this is Hannah and Aiden's bedroom, and this is their bathroom. You know, I still, again, try to make it still look older. Same thing here. I tried. I don't know. I'm not really much of a builder. This is also Kirsten's bedroom as well. Still try to make it look, you know, they got like the little boxes and clothes and things like that. She doesn't have much in terms of toys, but they did their best to get her what she needed, you know, and to try to make it look more comfortable for her. And then the same thing with Cody. Cody has his bedroom here. Same thing, you know, his stuff that he has. Some things were able to salvage from the fire, but not really. But yeah, so this is his room. Very basic. You know, that's basically about it. With them, I already explained a whole bunch in their videos. But yeah, this is what they look like if you're curious and wondering. There they are. Let's move on. Yeah, I just exited out the whole entire freaking safe. It's about that time. Okay, we're not gonna worry about the pancakes right now because I'm still working on them. I can tell you a little bit about I guess I could read off their description. Bob tries his best to make Eliza happy, but she wants more. Eliza just wants to live the lavish life of luxury, but she can't do that when her husband isn't making enough. Since Eliza takes care of the bills, Bob doesn't realize their bank account can't keep up with Eliza's spending. So yeah, I still need to work on them. I haven't really worked on their house or anything like that. I did give them a little bit of a makeover. I'm not too happy with their makeovers. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pass on this one because I'm still working on this family as well. So we'll take a look at the Love family. So we have Giovanni Love, we have Honey Love, Jasper, and Juniper. So their description says, nobody knows for sure how perfectionist Honey fell for clumsy Giovanni, but somehow he convinced her. Both having everything they ever wanted, something was missing in this powerful duo's life: a child. After many failed attempts, they finally were blessed with their twin. With already a busy work schedule and now growing toddlers, these two surely have their hands full. Will Jasper and Juniper teach Honey to lighten up her perfectionism, or will Giovanni have to learn to put his foot down? So Honey is the sibling. There's a whole backstory with this family. This is one of the biggest families that I have created outside of her family, which we'll get to. But so Honey is related to a sim that I have made. He was one of the very, very first sims that I have created. His name is Isaac Largo. Now with Isaac, it's a little bit of a sad backstory with him. So he used to be the main sim that I used to use, like when I would use for my sim self. I kind of like pushed him to the side. But then I remembered I made Sade, which she's still not done. She's not complete. This whole side is not complete. But I made Sade and her two siblings, and I was like, oh my God, they would be the perfect couple. So I put them together. You know, they're still not working on it. So he has the whole big family now. So he went from having a family, having all of that stripped away, to now having the most largest family he could ever ask for. But we'll get to them. But we'll take a look at Honey's family and her house. Hold on, let me turn the lights on. Turn the lights on. Is it gonna turn on? Oh, there we go. So I wanted it to make it look like it got a little bit of an upgrade. Sort of. Again, apologies. We're in springtime. Everything looks a little dreary. But it's all good. It's all good. So this is their backyard. I gave it like a nice little upgrade. I kind of added some debug items here to kind of separate the property a little bit from over here. Yeah, so I got this little area in. I kind of kept some things the same, but I added in this little play area because Honey, the way Honey is, like you read with the description, Honey is a very, very much a perfectionist. She strives for perfection, not just in her house, but the whole family as well. And one of those basically thrives for, I feel like that is not supposed to look like that, but I'm gonna just leave it for now. Yeah, I don't think that's, we're gonna ignore it. We're ignoring it. Ignoring. But one of the things that she always wants to make sure that she has for her kids is places for them to be able to express and expand their mental, basically. Yeah, by doing that is having like this outside area. She wants her kids to have the best. So, you know, the house did get an upgrade. I did extend it quite a bit. So now we have a much larger dining area here. We also have, you know, a much larger upgraded kitchen, because before, like, I liked this house, I just didn't like how small everything was. So I did expand it a little bit, and, you know, I did work on the bathroom that's here, and then obviously this whole living room area got a complete like 180. It was a little difficult for me to be able to work it. Everything just kind of looks like it's just placed there, but it works for now. So we have like the little office areas that Honey and Giovanni has. So this one is Honey's side, and then this is Giovanni's side. Yeah, and then it's blocked off by the bookcases and stuff like that. And yeah, this is like their area where they watch TV. And then upstairs, you know, we have like the basic stuff. We have another area. I call this like the reading nook type situation. This is Juniper's bedroom. Yeah, a lot of toys, a lot of mental stimulation for the kids to be able to work with. And this is Jasper's bedroom. Again, a lot of toys, mental stimulation. Got the iPads, you know, the tablets, the wablets, whatever they called. I forgot what they called. And then this is their bedroom, and this is their bathroom. Very kind of like cold looking. I might end up fixing this a little bit, but still wanted to influence like the house having like blue, yellow, and I guess orange as well. I wanted to incorporate those colors all throughout the house. So yeah, that's basically what I kind of like came up with. But yeah, this is their house, and you know, adding stuff in later and for the most part, but that's basically what it is. Let's move on. Okay, so I think I'm going to take a look at the Largo family. This is the rest of Honey's and Isaac's family. Clover, their mother, Lawrence, their father, older brother Gabriel, and then younger brother Javon, and youngest daughter Karma. So the age ranges of how it goes. So it's supposed to be Gabriel, Honey, Isaac, and then Javon, and then Karma. And this is their description, so I'll read it for y'all. Florence and Clover both come from humble beginnings. They made sure their children knew the importance of family and to be true to themselves. With retirement in sight, and though loving them dearly, they are ready for the 3 out of 5 kids to also move on with their lives. Even though Gabriel is the eldest, he is taking life much slower than the rest of his siblings. Javon is just looking to graduate and party, and Karma doesn't care about anything besides someone buying her whatever she wants. So that's like a little description. I really wish, while we're going into their house, I really wish that I could give them each individual descriptions. I want that so bad. I took that advantage with The Sims 2 and The Sims 3. I want it back so bad because I think I told y'all this before, but like in The Sims 1, I used to give everybody Sims. My Sims descriptions used to be long as hell. Okay, so let me turn on the lights here. Let's turn on the light, turn on the sun. This house took me forever to build. I found this house on, I think it was on Google, but it was actually in like Zillow or something like that, and I really liked it, so I kind of made it work to the best of my ability. I wanted it to still have like some type of old feels, even though it's a brand new house. So starting here at the bottom, oh, let's turn on the light. Let me pause because I really don't want them doing too much. So we have like the little front room here. I try to give it like that old feel. So like, you know, when people come into the house, they can either sit here, the front room, you know, some people might know what I'm talking about when it comes to front rooms and stuff like that. And then we have like the living room that's here as well. So we have like some of the living rooms, you know, this is supposed to be them, Clover and Florence when they were younger. Florence, again, they don't have their careers just yet and all their skills and stuff, but I believe I was going to make him a part of like the engineering career, and then I was gonna have either Karma or Javon follow in his footsteps. But yeah, so these are his traits. So he's family oriented, he's a loner. I forgot I didn't show the traits of the other Sims, my bad. I'm trying to like move quickly, otherwise it's gonna take forever. So he has a fear of death. Oh, that sucks. That really does suck. He's a genius, family oriented, he's a loner, and he also has the big happy family aspiration. These are all of his romantic desires and whatnot, which I have not been able to fit through. This is Clover. She is neat, proper, and a perfectionist. She is very much into cooking. She loves cooking. She loves cooking for her family. Anytime when her family comes over, you're always going to see her in the kitchen. I also try to make it too as well with their grandkids. Like when they come over, they have like this little designated area for them to be able to play in. So I have that there, even though like, you know, it kind of looks a little out of place. And then this is also like their award area with all the kids. Like if the kids won an award, this is where it's going. So this is their kitchen. Let me do like a slow pan so you can see. And then this is like their dining room as well. Kind of basic, little modern, updated, kind of not really. You know, we got some like paintings that like one of the kids have done and stuff. I really wanted this house to be very like family-esque. We have like a split bathroom. That's not what it's called, but we're gonna be moving on. Then we have the laundry room here, which is quite big, very, very grand, you know, very grand, very spacious, all that stuff. And then we have like a jacuzzi that's out here. This area, this is where Isaac is living at right now. So this is his little area. That way he could still feel like he has a sense of like separateness from like the main house, but you know, he's still a part of the family, but it's just that it worked better for him to stay in the guest house, you know. And then this is also like the backyard, so we have like the basketball hoop for Javon to use, and even like, you know, Gabriel if he is, but he's not really interested in all that stuff. These are also his traits too. With him, he has quite a bit of a backstory. I don't want to give too much away, but he has a bit of a backstory. He has a secret that he himself doesn't even know, but eventually eventually he will find out, maybe, who knows. But yeah, he used to be in love. I'll give it like a little detail. He used to be in love with somebody, but it didn't work out too well. He realized that, you know, he used to be in love with a woman, and then he realized that even though he loved this woman dearly, he preferred the company of men. You know, that's what he preferred. And that's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, these are all the kids and their, what's it called? I have to do the grandkids, I guess, as well. But yeah, this is the gallery of all the kids that were born. So obviously it's Gabriel, then you have Honey, then you have Isaac, and then Javon, and then little Karma. Karma is the youngest daughter. Yeah, and this is Karma's room. She is very like bubbly. I see Karma being like the, even though it's trying to say that Javon is younger, but no, Karma is the one that's the youngest. So Karma is very high maintenance, as you can tell. She's very high maintenance. She loves making friends, and you know, she's very like the teen girl. Is Florence looking through her through her messages? Florence is like one of the fathers that runs like a very tight ship, even though he still kind of lets Karma do anything and everything, but he's like very like a powerhouse kind of situation. Like he tries to make sure his kids are all in order and they understand the prospects of what life is, and to, you know, be serious about their education. That's like the type of person that he is. That's how both of them are. Clover as well, they're both very much in the same, but you can tell, you know, she is very, very girly, very pop, very into fashion, all that stuff, a whole bunch of shoes and whatnot. Yeah, and this is her bathroom, very pink. And you know, I always see it how like with her, she's probably asking her dad, like, Daddy, can I have another new pair of shoes? And he's probably like, didn't I just give you a new pair like a week ago? And she's like, yeah, but those are old, I need new ones. But anyway, so this is Javon's bedroom. He's a, you know, you could kind of figure out the type of guy he is. He's a little messy, but he is very much like a romantic type sim. I love how he came out. Actually, he came out really well. I love it. He's very much a romantic. He's, you know, he's a guy's guy type situation. He's like, dude, you know, he's always helping somebody, like, dude, what's going on, my bro? Like, not like that. Let me stop. That's not exactly how it is. But yeah, so he has like his little gaming thing, you know, where he invites his friends over, they play games, and yeah, you can kind of get his personality. I was trying to make sure that with their rooms, their personalities came out. Then we also have like his bathroom, but just also kind of like the shared bathroom. But Karma had to make sure she had her own bathroom. Then we have the parents' bedroom, you know, very brown, very plain. You know, they're very simple people, even though you can tell that their children are very well off, basically. And this is their bathroom, again, very plain. You know, they don't need much to make them happy. But the one thing that Florence did make sure was that Clover had her space to be able to craft, and this is also one of those spaces where she makes a lot of little knickknacks and knits and does all the different types of crafts and things like that, you know, also working on like flower arranging and stuff. I try to incorporate that to make it show like where Florence is trying to make sure that all of his family is basically well off. This is what they had strived for their whole entire lives. You know, they came from being like in a little tiny house to, oh, I forgot to show off Lawrence's office. Yeah, so they came from like a little tiny house to this grand house where they'll be able to retire in and have like family dinners and all that stuff. That's what they strived for. So this is Florence's office, very manly. You know, these are some of his prized possessions when it comes to the type of fish that he has collected. You know, he gets his friends to come around and they play cards and whatnot. What's the other thing? Symbols and whatnot. And yeah, so that's basically them. You know, that's their house. I'm very happy with how this house turned out. It's not something that I really would normally build, but I'm pretty happy with it. So we'll move on. I guess we could also take a look at the Spencer Kim Lewis, because everybody always does things differently with them. What I did for them, I'll read their panel, and this will be the last family that we basically take a look at. The Goths, they're still kind of like a work in progress, but yeah, these are like their traits and stuff like that. If you want to take a look at what they're interested in, that's basically about it. But for the most part, I'm still unsure with them. But with the Spencer Kim Lewis, they're pretty much about 90% complete without their their careers. So with them, I wrote, it's no secret that Dennis doesn't like Eric. It broke his heart when Alice got pregnant at such a young age. Dennis told them they had to get married. Even though they were in love, both Alex and Eric realized they had missed out on life by marrying and having a baby so young. Vivian notices the love fading between them, but just wants them to be happy. Will they remain together while still trying to raise Olivia and also find their own way in life? Based upon that description, you can kind of get like an idea. My one thing about descriptions, because I know like there are a lot of people who don't really care about descriptions and stuff like that, but for me, I want to make sure that I provide as much story as possible, so that way you could get a feel of what these Sims are supposed to be about, what's happening, all this stuff, right? And when it comes to the Spencer Kim Lewis family, in terms of them being young, I would say, oh yeah, that's right, Dennis also does own the Hoya Hart's apartments. Yeah, he bought the houses. That's basically kind of like one of the last investments that he did before basically retiring, so that way he could still have extra money coming in, you know. Those were one of his things that he does, because he used to be like an investor type situation. Yeah, so this is their house. I don't really like the outside. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very unhappy with how this house looks on the outside. The inside is beautiful, it's just the outside I'm not very happy with at all. The backyard is fine, it's not terrible, it's very plain, but for the most part, like this on a whole, I'm not very happy with. For now, I ain't changing it. I like how everything is, and I'm just gonna leave it. So this is pretty much a very big house. That previous house that they had was okay, but I feel like they should have had a more traditional house. At least that's in my what I think. Let me turn on all the lights so we can see. Right, so we have like the entryway here where the mail and shoes go and stuff like that. Then over here, this is where Vivian's bedroom is. So she has like her little office area right here. And then this is her bedroom as well. This is where she sleeps and lays her head at night. And this is her bathroom as well. Very, very plain. You know, they're older, so this may sound terrible, but they could die any moment. So I wasn't really too concerned about fixing it up too nicely. But I still try to make sure that it was nice. They also do have 2 cats, which is Chocolate and I believe Waffle, so like chocolate waffle type situation. So this is their dining area. I don't know whose tablet that is. I think that is Alice's tablet, but yeah, this is their dining area. And then this is also like the office. I still need to fix the office, but this office is supposed to be for like everybody, you know, the thing where like everybody goes and stuff. But I still need to fix this. I just didn't really care to finish. So yeah, this is that. And then I have this little area here. For the most part, this area was so like plain and left out. So I put this thing. So I had like the radio, and then I put this here to kind of indicate like this is where Olivia goes and she like plays with her toys and works on little arts and crafts and stuff like that when she's not in her room. And then this is the living room. I know everything just looks so plain. I feel like everything is just so kind of minimalistic, but I didn't want to put too much because I put so much detail, especially into this kitchen. Again, with the kitchen, Vivian is all about food and cooking. So yeah, this is like her domain, basically. This is Dennis's bedroom. Very, like I said, very plain, very pristine, very clean. He has his closet here, and then his bathroom. I don't think oh yeah, she does have a closet. I think I gave everybody a closet. But yeah, so with him, he is into gardening. So he has his own like garden outside. I know it's a little dark, you can't really see, but yeah, these are his this is his garden. And then over here, this is where Alice does her like yoga and, you know, workout or whatever. And this is where she comes and relaxes and whatnot and stuff. And then this is like the little area. Again, it's not fully complete. It's finished enough for now, but yeah, this is where the gardening tools and things like that. I still need to work on it. I gotta finish it, but for the most part, it's done. So that's the downstairs. Oh yeah, then we also have the half bath. So then going upstairs, we have the little entryway. We'll go in here. This is Olivia's bedroom. You know, she's a little spoiled, so she will get a lot of the things she needs because, you know, she's the only grandchild, you know. Usually with the only child, they get a lot of stuff. So she has a lot of toys, you know, when her friends come over, they always play and all this other stuff. So that's her room. And then this is her bathroom. I do want to fix up her bathroom. I just kind of like blocked in everything basically. And then this is the parents' bathroom. Again, I just kind of blocked in everything. It's not fully finished. And then this is their bedroom. It's a bedroom. And then they have like this little seating area that they have over here. Again, I'm not too happy with this house. I prefer the interior over the exterior. Oh, I did want to show this though, because I did like this. I did want to have like a little, okay, you can't really see because of the freaking light. I hate the light like that. But anyway, I wanted to have like a little rock garden over here, and they have like the little statues and whatnot. So I kind of put that in. It does look, again, it looks dreary and drab, mostly because of the fact that, again, it's wintertime. I mean, not winter, it's springtime. So then I wanted to add, you know, I kind of wanted it to blend in a little bit. I hope it does. And I know it looks a little off. Again, I don't use Tool. I don't know how. But yeah, this is their house. Again, not really too happy on the outside, but the inside is where it's at. The inside is where it's at. So yeah, I think, oh, this is their closet. I forgot about that. This is their closet as well. They have a nice decent sized closet. Got like a nice walk-in closet. Oh yeah, she does have a closet. It's right there. But yeah, that's basically like about it with this save file. I feel like this video was super long. The next time when I give an update, it should be on the Oasis Springs, or whenever I try to come back, give more information about the Sims, like their careers and whatnot. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss out when I post other videos like this one. Gaming videos, building videos, CAS videos, gameplay, the whole 9 yards. And thank you guys so much for rocking with me, because I'll be rocking with y'all. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this lengthy ass video of me talking about my Sims and my save file. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.